In this video, I'm gonna share with you again something that I really like doing during my free time, and this is building terrariums, and it's something that something you can also try doing. I actually learned to build terrariums during the lockdown period we had because of the COVID pandemic in 2020. It's really easy to build these, and this is a really small terrarium made in a jar, and it has only one small plant. This is type of a succulent, and here a terrarium is built in a closed container. That means this doesn't have any drainage holes below, so you have to keep a layer as a drainage layer to hold excess water. And so as you can see, this one has a huge drainage layer about 2 inches thick, and here you cannot, in this terrarium, you cannot actually see the soil. You will only see the layers of pebbles that I have laid. That's because the perimeter is fully covered in small pebbles, and there is actually the sand and soil mix in the middle part of the terrarium. And after planting this succulent, I have again covered the top part with a pebble layer. So for this, I have used red feldspar and pink feldspar, and the white layer is dolomite, and then a small garnet layer. It's the one in purple color, and again green feldspar, and also some black gravel. So this is another terrarium that I built. It's bigger than the previous one and is actually built for a theme. I wanted it to look like a miniature planet. Actually, I was inspired from Jupiter, and I wanted to create a landscape. If it had a landscape, if some planet had an alien landscape, I wanted to recreate that by using this. This is done by using cacti, and this one is a succulent. And for this, I have used rainbow sandstones. Those are the light brown ones with small lines, and these are red sandstone, and these are lava stones. And for the ground cover, I have used garnet. Garnet is actually a type of gemstone. It's really beautiful and sort of a purple color. And then we have black feldspar, and this powdery thing is ilmenite. It's a mineral. And over here I have just granite and red feldspar, black feldspar again. And if you look at the layers of this terrarium, you can actually see the soil layers. A layer of soil. Below the soil layer, you can see that I have laid different colors of pebbles in sort of like different layers to get that nice lines that you see. So if you look at the layers, I actually wanted it to look like a planet. So I have another small terrarium here. This one is smaller than the previous one. For both of them, I have used actually fish bowls. You can buy these from aquarium shops. And this one is again a miniature planet. I wanted it to look like a miniature planet. So I have created the layers with that in mind. So on top I have used only 3 cacti, as you can see, and also I have used pebbles, pink feldspar, and Rainforest green stones, and actually 1 Rainforest green stone, and I have again small pebbles of pink feldspar. This is green feldspar, black feldspar, and I have garnet here, and this pink color powdery thing is zircon. It's a type of a mineral. And if you look at the layers of this one, again you cannot see any soil. You cannot see soil anywhere if you look even around it, because the whole perimeter is covered with pebbles, and you actually have the soil only in the middle. And after planting them, I have again covered the top layer with soil, with different kinds of pebbles and sand, and that gives it a nice finishing touch. So as I mentioned earlier, the thing about terrariums, the most entertaining part is not actually owning the terrarium but making it. So let me know in the comments below if you like these terrariums and if you would love to see how to make these sand layers and actually plant it. I can, if you leave a comment, I can consider making a video on how to make a terrarium. So when maintaining them, you have to keep them in a place where you get indirect sunlight, because if direct sunlight hits this one, since it has a small glass part from above the soil layer and sort of curved inwards, it can trap heat and actually kill the plants. This one was actually replanted because all the plants died in the previous time. It lasted like 1 year when I planted this one, and I didn't pay much attention to it, so it was all my fault that all the plants died. The reason being it was kept in direct sunlight, and also I forgot to water it. So keep in mind that you have to keep it in a bright space, because cacti need bright sunlight to grow, and at the same time if the direct sunlight hits, it can kill the plants. So when watering this, it will be you will only need to water it like once a week. It's because it has a drainage layer, and once you water it, the water is actually retained in the drainage layer, and with time water comes back to the soil by giving water to the plants. So it can keep retain water and keep on giving the water back to the plant. So this is actually very low maintenance, and that could be one reason that you might neglect it, and if you don't look at it, if you forget to look at it, the plants might die. So don't let that happen. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this, you can hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button and keep in touch with to see more content like this. And if you didn't like it, it's alright, but you can still subscribe because I'll be mostly speaking about architecture and design.